Welcome to Talks with Dorks, your go-to geek podcast, and we are here to have a good old-fashioned geek out for the first time in a while. Well, a while in my case, admittedly. It's nice to be talking about something that's not wrestling related for a change, and well, for many, many reasons. And that's the only wrestling related thing I'm going to say, because I am joined by the man who can only be described as my partner in crime, Laferde.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a crime, but I see where you're going with that.
Many people would.
It does feel like a while since we've done this sort of thing.
I know. And I mean, honestly, it has been a good while since we had a good old geek sesh. I mean, yeah, last week's episode of the podcast, which we won't mention, that was a geek-related one. But yeah, me and you haven't had a good old geek out for a good while, and I am looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I mean, firstly, mate, how have you been? Because it's been a solid couple of weeks since we last had a catch-up anyway.
No, I'm good, mate. I'm on top of the world now. How are you?
Do we want to call out your particular choice in shirt today?
Listen, I just like nice-looking shirt designs, all right?
So, it will be a few days past by the time this episode airs, but as it stands, we're recording this the first full day after what is many people's least favourite day on the calendar now for 2026. It's Thursday, the 16th of July, as we're recording this. And if anyone knows what happened on Wednesday, the 15th of July, I cannot believe. I thought I was being the bad guy by wearing this shirt today. You might have just out-healed me.
Ooh, it's what I do, I'm afraid, mate. It's what I do.
For anyone who just listens to us, by the way, Laferde, of all people, has worn a Scotland strip today. I mean, I'm wearing the Scotland strip as well, I think, actually, come think of it. But
Exactly. So, pot kettle black.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't give a monkeys about the World Cup, England went out last night as we record this. So, to the one person who's still watching this who hasn't already been massively offended by the fact that it's us two or either of our choice in shirts.
Chosen attire.
Thanks for hanging around. Did you actually watch the game, or did you went, you know what? I know what's going to mess people up today.
No, I've been watching. I watched the game. Like, I've actually watched more of every other team than England. Right, I knew we weren't going to win it anyway, but it's just I wanted to see other teams play. Like, no one ever really watches like some random Moroccan game or whatever. Like, so I just wanted to watch as many games as possible.
I mean, do you know what? I'm not a football fan at all. And by the way, for anyone who's sitting here right now thinking this is not the geekiest of chats in the world, but talk about football, but we'll get this out of the way quick. I'm not a massive football fan. I'm a very typical nerd in a lot of ways. I really couldn't care less about any of the Premiership, the World Cup, Euros, any of that. That being said, I've been in a pub when the game's been on quite a few times, or been around a mate's house when they've had it on, because you literally can't stop people from watching it, it turns out.
Yeah.
And it's been a good little tournament this time. There's teams that have done better than they ever would do. I mean, I was right up until the moment we had to face them, I was looking forward to watching Congo playing. That they were having an amazing tournament.
Yeah, I was impressed with. I don't know why, but I liked Japan. They were never going to do anything or go anywhere, but and USA as well. Again, they played so well until their final game.
So yeah, I've kind of enjoyed getting into getting a little bit of the World Cup fever this time around. I mean, granted, I'm the guy who the extent of the participation and chanting along I can do is me going, yeah, kick the ball, kick it more.
Kurt says that like
do more kicking.
He's going to be a football hooligan by the time we're next to a recording.
But yeah, it's been fun, and now it's over, and I can have a conversation with most of my friends that doesn't involve the words "it's coming home," which I'm very happy about. Not happy that it's not coming home, just happy that I can have a normal conversation again now.
Back to a bit of reality.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, I think one thing I will take from the World Cup is the need to have a hydration break during this podcast, because it is
22 and a half minutes in, we'll have a hydration break.
Hot and humid as anything as it stands. I'm in my office at the moment, and there's no fan, there's no ventilation in here at all. Brilliantly, this is one of the episodes of the podcast I'm not wearing a hat. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how much my quiff flops as this podcast goes on.
Nah, the humidity might make it rise, mate.
Be like the humidity. I'll be like Monica from Friends by the end of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But anyway, let's get into the actual geeky stuff, because there's bunch of things that have popped up in the news over the course of the last few days. I mean, I think we've got to start with the sad news first, admittedly, because this is the first episode of the podcast that we've had an opportunity to record since this news dropped a couple of days ago. And actually, today, as we record this, there's been another update around that, which is many people will know that absolute legend that is Sam Neill passed away earlier on in the week this week. For those who don't know that name, you will almost definitely know Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park. Childhood.
Yeah,
is that how I can simply sum it up?
Like...
And the update that's come up about it is actually around the cause of death. So just on the off chance you haven't seen this story pop up, so he had been diagnosed with cancer a few years ago, and I think a lot of people thought that this was related to that.
Yeah.
But apparently he'd actually had the all clear.
Yeah, he did.
Fairly
He got the all
recently.
clear before, yeah.
Yeah. From the most recent updates, it was pneumonia related. There's not many more details coming out around that, but just to make sure everyone's up to date in terms of the cause of death. But man, I mean, especially after getting the all clear as well. I mean, what a sad thing. And also, he's one of those absolute legends and troopers who, he recorded the last Jurassic Park movie that he was in whilst still battling that diagnosis as well. He's one of those guys who's like, do you know what? Not letting that stop him from, putting on an awesome performance and giving everyone that nice dose of nostalgia for that series as well. I mean, the movie itself was,
questionable.
It's not the greatest Jurassic Park movie. If you ask me, they've
Dominion.
not really been good since World. But
I love Jurassic World. That is such a good film.
do you know what? I loved when Jurassic World came back, and it was like, okay, yeah, nice bit of nostalgia, modernising it. I think you should have stopped there, admittedly. Yeah. I'm not the first person to say this, but I think there's so many movie franchises that just let it die. I mean, I don't need to see another Terminator movie. I don't need to see another Fast and Furious. I don't need to see another Terminator. I can take a good break before I need to see another Star Wars, and I never thought I'd say that.
Ooh, I don't know. Can't get enough of Star Wars. No, to be fair, the series, the films, not so much. The series, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, Star Wars movie quality lately can be summed up with 3 words, and that is somehow Palpatine returned.
Pretty much.
But, and even then, the series are hit and miss as well. I mean, I loved Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm a Mandalorian fan.
I watched the Mandalorian film. It wasn't that great.
And that's the thing. The films are so as well. I think some of the other series have been really questionable. But anyway, I'm deviating away. I don't want to come away too quickly from the news about Sam Neill, because again, what a legend. I mean, Jurassic Park is one of the first proper blockbuster movies that I remember watching.
It's definitely one of the films that started off a big franchise. Oh
yeah, I mean, and I'm going to argue, and I don't think this is a hot take, it never got better than that first one.
I didn't really rate 2 that great. 3 redeemed for me. I liked 3, and I actually prefer Jurassic World out of all of them.
Really?
I feel like because of the modernisation of it as well. Like, it was a bit more not believable because they brought dinosaurs back from the dead, but you know what I mean. They made it relatable to the modern audience.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of actually seeing what the theme park would look like if it had actually opened.
Yeah, exactly. That was basically everyone
fan.
who's ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon and Zoo Tycoon. That was their a little nod to them.
I mean, you say that they actually made the people who made It's I don't know if it was the guys who make Roller Coaster Tycoon, or if it's the guys who make Planet Coaster.
Oh yeah.
Made a Jurassic World 2. I think Jurassic World games where you are managing Jurassic World theme park.
World Evolution, they're pretty decent games.
Yeah. They should be as well, because again, they're made by the guys behind, again, Tycoon or Planet, I can't remember which one.
Yeah,
They're the same game. But yeah, I mean, I love that first Jurassic Park movie, especially. I think it's so iconic, quotable. The CGI as well is from that perfect period of CGI.
Yeah.
Where it's good enough that you can get away with some good effects, but not good enough that you can have it bold as cocks on display. Just because you have to be tactical with it. It's not pristine enough. Like, for example, like the T-Rex, for example, they deliberately shoot that scene in the rain with one singular source of light because they know the CGI is not that brilliant that it will look shiny if you light it too much. So let's make it so it has to be shiny.
I guess they made like the most of what they had at the time as well.
Yeah, and it holds up. I would argue that some of the CGI from Jurassic Park, the first one from the early 90s, mid 90s,
93, wasn't it?
yeah. The first Jurassic Park, I think some of the CGI in that holds up better than some of the... Admittedly, Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World is really good, but I think some of the later Jurassic World movies, the CGI from the, 30 years prior movie holds up better than that.
Apart from the fact when he's holding the raptor's leg or a tail or whatever it is, you can see the hand in the doorway, like holding it in place.
Oh yeah, that's not the CGI. That's the puppet raptor.
That's what I mean. They clearly didn't have enough budget to have someone look back through it to make sure there were no errors.
Well, also, I mean, you want to talk about like bloopers that made it into the first Jurassic Park movie, which is the classic shot of the T-Rex when it's like in the auditorium and it roars and like the banner falls down from the ceiling. If you actually take it frame by frame, there is one single frame where the CGI fucks up and the T-Rex just disappears for a frame. It's blink and you miss it when you're watching it normal, but if you actually take it in slow, there is a single frame where it just disappeared for appears. And again, you'd think it would be clocked, but I love little things like that in movies.
Well, I should have had you on editing.
Don't. I'm going to have to say this, and I'm not going to say which one, because if I don't say which one, you're going to have to watch through all of them and get us some more views on the TDW channel. But for anyone who follows our wrestling promotion, TDW, I'm the guy who does 90% of the editing for any videos that end up there. And there's a video that went up not that long ago where I was really proud of it. I'd even watched it back quite a few times because I'm that kind of guy who, when I'm proud of something, I'll be like, I want to watch it again. Just fucking jerk myself off while I'm watching it. It's like, oh yeah, I did good, didn't I? But that's this video demonetized. But
no, we're over 5 minutes. We're fine.
Yeah, I was. It was like the 10th time watching it back after it's already been up and live on the channel for like 3 days, and I was showing it to a mate who was interested. And as I was looking over his shoulder while he was watching it, I noticed a really annoying error that probably no one would ever notice because no one's told me.
Oh, there you go.
But I've noticed it, and it is a dagger to my heart. I'm that much of a perfectionist; it kills me.
That's Kurt's invisible T-Rex right there.
Oh, honestly. I'm not going to say which one it is. I'm going to leave it to you to watch through all of them and see if you can spot where the error is. Now that we've said it out here, someone's going to be in the DMs and on the socials messaging us about it. And please do, all the comments down below. Please let me know if you spotted it and if you think you know what it is. And I've just signed myself up for people spotting loads of other errors that I've not even spotted now. But
comment, guys, and criticise Kurt on his skills.
Yeah. But yeah, back onto the whole Jurassic Park thing. I mean, R.I.P. Sam Neill, thoughts and prayers out and all that out to Sam's family and friends. It's sad news. It's even more gutting again after beating the illness as well. But yeah, I mean, what a legend. Face of an iconic series.
Sorry, mate. Another film coming out yet?
Yeah, I think he did wrap a film that's due to come out before he passed. And yeah, I'd be up for seeing Sam Neill one more time, especially in I need to get into the Godzilla films. Admittedly, I've never given them a single look in.
They're so good. I mean, yeah, it's a bit stupid. There's a giant dinosaur running around the world and that, but
we are superhero nerds.
Yeah,
and we want.
That is true.
You like Power Rangers, man. You want to talk about there being weird how the great big monsters are running around the city?
To be
it's
fair,
the end of every Power Rangers episode ever.
Well, yeah, but that's more believable as being a Power Ranger than Godzilla. I'm just putting it out there, Zordon, if you're listening. I will still take up that offer if it's there. I'm on about the holiday to Greece, not even being a Power Ranger.
Oh, do you know what I will say? Actually, funny enough, is I've always bowed down to you and he who shall not be named when it comes to knowledge of Power Rangers, which is
Voldemort.
you know what I'm talking about.
Voldemort.
Yeah, but you and the other one. I've always bowed down to you guys when it comes to knowledge of Power Rangers. I liked Power Rangers growing up, but like many people, I watched it when I was a kid and then kind of stopped.
Yeah.
All that being said, when we were last at the TDW show that we just did, we were all there backstage getting everything ready for the show, and a certain somebody was going to be doing a Power Rangers themed entrance and brought a few props. I
saw you with them, Kurt. I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, again, I don't pretend to be that much of a Power Rangers fan, but when he had the saber, I think it was the saber that you've got behind your head there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and the one that's kind of like a staff that can also turn into two.
The blue lance. Yeah.
Yeah, the blue lance that turns into the two. What's the word? Size.
Yeah, they're not daggers. They're too big for daggers.
And I regressed like 26 years to my little 5-6-year-old self. I was having a great time. Like,
oh mate, I do. I take them off there and start chinging knee right into them and stuff and everything.
Honestly, there's something to be said about. Again, I think it's got to be there's got something to be said about Power Rangers, especially. Well, like the second you got the props in your hand, you're like, yeah.
You have the power once you have them in your hands. I tried convincing Jacob to steal some of it and put it in my car, but he won't have any of it.
Oh, so I mean, moving on to the next big bit of dork-related news. There's a few different bits and bobs that are worth mentioning. So, there's been a few things that have popped up around the Marvel side of things over the course of the last few days. For starters, new look at Avengers Doomsday, which of course is very, very close around the corner. Still not that much details being released around it, but one thing that popped up over the course of the last few days is a gentleman by Andy Park, who was the leading director of visual development at a Marvel studio. So, of course, very heavily involved in a lot of the visuals, a lot of the marketing, a lot of the overseeing of the CGI and this, that, and the other. And he put a tweet out saying, Avengers Doomsday, the final full film I had the honour of leading as director of visual development at Marvel Studios. And he did it alongside a illustration of all the superheroes that are going to be in Avengers Doomsday. And so this illustration commemorates that journey and reveals the characters and their looks for the first time. So, again, it's one of those typical like ensemble illustrations of, kind of imagining what you'd imagine what one of the posters will probably look like.
Yeah. I think I know. Is it like dark bluey purplish?
It's dark blue and purplish with a bit of green in it, and it's got the X-Men front and centre.
Yeah.
It's got the Fantastic Four off to the right.
Yeah.
It's got all the superheroes that we know, like Thor and Ant-Man and Yelena's.
All in the little squads, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Doctor Doom's fully masked face in full shot for the first time. So we now know what Doctor Doom's mask is going to look like, which is pretty much what you'd expect. What's interesting, though, is the detail that's actually pretty easy to miss, which is directly below Doctor Doom's chin, but before it hits the X-Men at the bottom. To the extent, at a glance, it looks like it's going to be part of Doom's robe, but it's not. It is Loki sat in his throne. Which, this hasn't been mentioned before, but if this... And again, there's no reason to doubt this. If this image from, again, the leading director of visual development, a actual commemorative image where he says officially this confirms what the characters and looks are going to be, it does confirm. Because Loki's arc was wrapped at the end of Loki season 2.
Yeah, when he's the Loki that holds it all together sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. He sat on the throne, basically holding all the timelines together. Now, I think some people had speculated that Loki might be in this film because the fact that it's all the universes coming together here, like the Fantastic Four's universe, the X-Men and all that, they're overlapping, and it's probably going to cause some kind of reset for Marvel after this, where they can kind of pick and choose which storylines they start from scratch and which ones they kind of bring in.
Characters to recast and all that as well.
Yeah. So I think people had speculated that Loki might be involved in this film, because how else do you intersect all these timelines than to basically have the guy who's keeping them all in track?
In check, yeah.
Yeah, kind of remove, make it so that he can't hold them all together, and that makes sense. But this seems to be actual confirmation that Loki is in this film in some way.
Was he not part of the lineup of chairs they did when they did the announcement?
I don't think he was. Like, there's only been speculation around it. I don't think it's actually been officially confirmed before now.
I mean, yeah, like you said, they can't really be having all that going on and then not involving Loki.
Mm.
Saying that though, Doctor Strange still wears that amulet around his neck even though there's no time stone in it.
Just likes the bling.
Yeah, I don't think he realises it's not there.
But there's also news of what Marvel other than Doomsday might be looking at as well, and this is recent update in terms of a confirmation of a film that is now definitely happening. As far as when and exactly how, that's still up in the air. But it's funny that I mentioned Loki in the last story, because this movie for Marvel is being helmed by Loki creator Michael Waldron writing the script, and that is the Nova movie.
All right, okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really followed Nova as a comic or a hero before. I mean, like many people, my understanding of Nova basically starts and ends at the Nova Squadron in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
Nova Corps, that's the word.
Nova Corps. They got blown up though.
Yeah, but
Infinity War.
Yeah,
like
but Nova.
Sort of thing.
But Nova himself is a actual superhero and like the main face and representative of the Nova Corps, which again has never been done. Originally, they were talking about doing this as a Disney Plus series, but it looks like they're actually now going full-fledged into a feature film with it now. And again, the man who wrote Loki is writing this, which means it's probably going to be good.
I mean, one thing I hope they don't do is because we know that planet got blown up before Infinity War and after Ragnarok, like in between. I hope they don't then do flashbacks and have no reason to bring Thanos back into it. You kind of got to let the guy go now. You got to move on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of what ifs about this film, because again, like, is it kind of a reset? Are they doing it in a different sort of timeline, like they've done with Fantastic Four? Is it related to the Nova Corps as we knew them in Guardians? And also, just with the writing behind it now. So this is going to be fun to guess at, because, like I say, Michael Waldron is writing the script for this one, and he was showrunner for Loki. Brilliant series, probably one of Marvel's best Disney Plus series. He also was one of the main writers for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So, which version of Michael we're going to get here?
I mean, I like that film, but the potential it had compared to what it delivered was terrible.
I mean, I think it gets a lot of unnecessary hate. If you ask me, I
like the Illuminati part.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Multiverse of Madness, but I'm fully aware I seem to be in the minority with that. Like, it's very regularly lambasted as being one of the worst movies.
I think it was just an average film. Like, if you put it up against, like, the Eternals or something, like...
Fuck it, I'm going to say it. I like Love and Thunder.
I like Love and Thunder. I thought it was a fun film.
Yeah. Was it as good as Ragnarok? No. Was it still absolutely fine? Yes.
If you make that
people
many
saying
films
it's like the
about
worst
the same
one.
character, though, you're obviously going to have a film that's like top tier and ones that aren't going to hold up to it as good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it gets... is it one of Marvel's best? No. Is it as bad as, for example, Quantum Mania? Absolutely not. I considerably think Quantum Mania is worse.
But
in fact,
also, go on.
I was going to say, it's not even the worst Thor film, if you ask me. I would put
say
Dark World below Love and Thunder.
And the first Thor, that was terrible.
I mean, the blonde eyebrows was a choice.
Yeah, like, not an awful lot happened in that film. And I know the universe building and origins and all that, but, like, as a standalone film, wasn't that great.
Yeah, exactly. It's an establishing film, but, like, not a lot happens. It could have been overdone within an episode of TV. Yeah. It could have been a TV episode. Everything that happens in that film, it's a miracle they pulled 2 hours out of that. But yeah, like, the first two formulas, if you ask me, are worse. And again, I think The Dark World is the worst of the bunch. And that pains me, because Christopher Eccleston's in it, and I'm a Doctor Who nerd.
If you look back, though, like the early on Marvel films, some of them weren't that great anyway.
Do we want to talk about Incredible Hulk?
I didn't mind that as a film. It was just a bit, yeah.
I feel very bad for Mark Ruffalo. Like, no one has faith in doing a proper Hulk movie, and like he's Mark Ruffalo. Keep in mind, everything that's happened with his Hulk has never had a standalone movie.
No, he's a side character. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, like, we might as well go on to it. Like, he looks like he's going to be good in the new Spider-Man.
Yes. Tiny bit disappointed that we're not getting Grey Hulk. There was a lot of people with just the shots that we'd seen looked like we were going to get Grey Hulk.
Still could. They could still be teasing us. You know what they're like with trailers and stuff. And
I mean, to be fair, yeah, Hulk's not even in it. That's the lizard.
Even.
It's not even the Hulk.
Literally, wouldn't even surprise me.
I mean, yeah, there's been... Marvel are notorious for this, of like releasing a trailer, spending money on CGI for a trailer that's not even in the film. That they do this all the time.
Hulk running through the woods in Infinity War, you mean?
Yeah, when it's Banner in the Hulkbuster armor in the actual film. Yeah, spending money on editing out Toby and Andrew's Spider-Man in the Far From Home trailer, which I do love, by the way, because in the shot where they edited out, you see. I think it's Lizard get kicked in the face by an invisible man. There's a lot of speculation as well that people are saying that Daredevil is possibly going to be in the new Spider-Man film. Yeah, because number one, he's established anyway. Why not? Number two, he's wrestling. Hello, cross pollination there. He's fighting the Hand, which is a Daredevil villain.
They are,
but a villain group. And also, there's a very similar shot in one of the Brand New Day trailers where, again, he's leaping towards
a big group
the Hand. And there's a group of them. And like, if you look at like the eye line of some of the other guys in the group, they're clearly looking at something that's not... Yeah, there's someone else making that leap. So Marvel do this all the time.
They could have done that because of them doing it to us last time. They might be doing it to us.
Yeah, dick move. What it's actually going to be is it turns out they've added two ninjas with a different eye line who aren't in the shot. And it is just Spider-Man jumping on his own.
I mean, there's also the fact that he's fighting a Hand in the prison that Daredevil got sent to at the end of season 2 of Born Again.
Yeah. There's a shot. I think I talked about this on a previous episode of the pod. Actually, I think it's in that same shot where like he fires the webs and is about to pull people in. And keep in mind they're very much blending the Brand New Day and the Man Spider arc together.
Yeah.
There's one of the shots where he fires his two webs at, and just the framing of it and his position of his arms, I feel like there's two arms that have been edited out that are, would be coming out of his ribs area. I'm fully expecting us to go full, at least tease Man Spider with this.
Yeah, maybe. Obviously something's going to happen at the end of it because he's not in Doomsday. I mean, they haven't confirmed he's in Doomsday, but
he'll be in Doomsday.
You think?
Considering Doomsday and Secret War are being done as a part 1 and part 2, essentially, in the same way that Infinity War and Endgame were, Spider-Man is very prevalent in Secret War. It's where we get the black suit for the first time in the comics.
Yeah.
Before we even know what a symbiote is, that's when the black suit gets introduced. So
I don't know.
surely Spidey's at least got a part in Doomsday.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, he could have just a mention or something, but you never know with these lot, do you? Really, like.
But yeah, okay, yeah. We might have Grey Hulk. I'm hoping for Grey Hulk. It'll be cool.
She's going to be Phoenix or Jean Grey or anything? Or do you think she's going to be a different character?
I think we're getting Jean.
I'm not sure. Like, because part of me thinks that the one, like obviously when we had Deadpool Wolverine, that was like a very much a fan thing that gives the fans what they want, sort of thing. Especially with all the cameo appearances of Wolverine through universes. But like, I don't think that they will pander to fans that much to make it that obvious that she's that character, and everyone would be like, "Oh, I knew from the beginning," sort of thing.
I mean, one thing I am thinking about with Doomsday and Secret War and bringing all this together, could you imagine? Because obviously they brought all the timelines together and everything like that, and all the fan service and Deadpool being in the MCU, all of that with Deadpool Wolverine. Could you imagine if actual Ryan Reynolds Deadpool ended up making a cameo in either Doomsday or Secret War?
I mean, there's no reason why he shouldn't do. Like you say, he's part of the timeline now.
Yeah, that will be the hell freezes over moment. And I also really love the idea because obviously Deadpool knows that he's in a movie. Deadpool knows he's in a comic
he
book.
would just fully just rinse everybody.
Yeah, and I love the idea that in a PG-13 movie, because all mainstream Marvel films are PG-13, or 12 for UK. I love the idea of Deadpool knowing that he has one F-bomb the entire movie, saving it up,
He'll use
and stopping
it at
himself
a
from using
stupid
it.
moment as well, and then he'll get annoyed about using it there.
No, what it will be is he'll be saving up and keep catching himself and stopping himself from using it because he knows he only gets one. He's saving the perfect moment, and then something will happen, and someone else will say it, and Deadpool will go, "Mother!"
Captain America with Steve Rogers.
It'll be Steve, yeah. That's what it'll be. It'll be Steve. Like there'll be a great big monster or something, and Steve will go, "What the fuck?" And Deadpool will just look at him and go, "Really, Steve?"
Yeah, or a character you would never even expect it from.
Mantis. I mean, thought that the sweetest innocent character.
Yeah, literally Mantis.
I still love the story with Guardians of the Galaxy when obviously they got the first actual F-bomb in the MCU, and
the Cardor.
Yeah, and obviously all the heads of Marvel turning around to James Gunn and saying, "Do you really want to be the guy who says the first fuck in the whole MCU?" And James Gunn's like, "Do you know me?
I wanted to do it in film 1. What are you on about?"
That's absolutely what I want. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to Doomsday, and obviously this Nova movie as well. I'm curious what they're going to do with it. But there's also been a lot of rumblings around the whole DC side of things as well. We've been talking Marvel, but of course the new DC universe is in full swing.
It might be due to drop soon.
Yeah, very soon. I still haven't seen Supergirl yet, admittedly.
You're missing that. It's a good film.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't watch last week's episode of the podcast where they were discussing Supergirl because I haven't seen it yet. I mean, and that is the only reason. That's the only reason why I didn't watch last week's episode of the podcast. No other reasons whatsoever.
Nah, not another reason.
But yeah, I still need to see Supergirl. I at this point, I've possibly missed my window. It's probably going to be a on-demand job at this point. But a lot of news around DC. I mean, firstly, something that's not DCU related. Because we're still in that weird little period with DC where there's some DC projects that are part of the DCU and others that are part of this separate universe. Like the Batman, for example, Robert Pattinson's Batman is not James Gunn's DCU's Batman.
For now, anyway.
Yeah, well, it's looking like that's getting confirmed, admittedly. I mean, firstly, there is a bit of news around the Batman Part 2, and it's been delayed again to February 2028 now. James Gunn's DCU is going to be finished by the time this comes out.
The Batman 2 is going to be the equivalent of GTA 6.
We'll get GTA 6 before this, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, they're finally revealing some first camera test footage of Robert Pattinson's Batman. It's nothing to shout about. It's exactly what you think. It's him in the costume, looking very Pattinson-y and Batman-y. It's absolutely what you think. If you've seen the first film, there's no surprises here. 2028. When was the first one? Was it 2021? I've lost track.
21, 22, something like that. Yeah, that's a long time for a sequel.
Oh god. Well, all that being said, there's rumblings around who the actual DCU Batman is going to be. And I love the fact that so many people are like, "Well, James, why are you not doing a Batman movie straight away?" It's like, patience.
Yeah.
Hold. I kind of like the fact that some of the other superheroes are getting an airing first, and he's doing a bit of world building with it. It doesn't always have to be Batman. I mean, God forbid I have to say this. We've had enough Batman. I am okay. As much as I'm annoyed that I'm waiting until 2028 to get Batman Part 2, I am okay with not having a Batman movie every other year.
You know what, right? I'd actually much rather... There'd be a weird way of doing it, but I'd rather use the Batman villains.
Oh, careful though. You get the Sony Spider-Verse movies if you're not careful.
No, I know, but like, not even Joker because we get spoon-fed Joker all the time. But even like other villains, like Scarecrow or even Riddler, or we've got Penguin, haven't we? Like,
do you know what? I'd love a Mr. Freeze movie.
Yeah, Freeze.
Especially because he's a tragic villain as well. Like, his heart's in the right place. Like, I'd love, like, an exploring of that.
Oh, Croc. Just give Croc a monster movie.
Oh, God. Killer Croc movie where he's a proper monster. That'd be awesome. Not the version of Killer Croc that we saw in Suicide Squad. That does not have that.
Yeah, definitely not that thing. I'm talking like a big absolute unit that's like Hulk-sized.
Well, we're getting it a bit with the Clayface movie. I mean, I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's so many characters around Batman that you don't... I mean, you need to bring him in eventually, but you don't need him there all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be cautious with doing movies devoted to like villains and side characters as well. I mean, you're looking at Marvel as an example here, and specifically the Sony verse, where they got the rights to a Spider-Man and all the characters. For every Venom, there's a Kraven and a Morbius.
Oh yeah, I just meant use the characters in other DC films with other heroes.
Oh, I'm on board, absolutely. But there are some rumblings around the DCU Batman. Specifically, there's an actor who's very heavily rumoured to be the DCU's Batman, and when asked about it, isn't giving a solid answer, which is usually pretty telling.
You want to know, is it?
So, I'll read this word for word. Speculation over who will play Batman in the DC universe has been running wild, and one actor's latest response is only adding more fuel to the fire. Tom Brittany, and I don't know if that name means anything to you.
Let me Google him.
So, Tom Brittany has found himself at the centre of the latest casting conversation after recent comments from YouTuber John Campea sparked theories that DC Studios may have already found its next big screen Dark Knight. While nobody has officially confirmed anything, Tom Brittany was finally asked about the rumour, and his answer was exactly the kind of response that keeps fans talking. All started just over a week ago when DC Studios... Campea believes that DC Studios already cast its new Batman. He stopped short of revealing the actor's identity, but that didn't stop fans from trying to connect the dots. Almost immediately, Brittany was one of the first names thrown up. And according to him, there is one primary candidate along with two others that he knows have spoken with the studio. Specifically, though, Brittany was recently asked about the speculation about him being the DCU Batman. And yeah, his exact comment was very telling. It was asked about it during an appearance on Good Day New York. And instead of shutting it down, instead of saying anything, he offered a response that is guaranteed to keep the rumour spilling. He just said, "No comment. I know nothing. Just lovely, wonderful rumours." Would you say no comment if you didn't know something?
If I did know something, or even if I didn't know something, my response would probably be, "I fucking wish."
So, yeah.
I've just googled him. He does look like a cross between David Cornsweet and Richard Madden if they had a child.
Yeah. Again, he's got, just from certain angles, he's got a little bit of the Ben Affleck jaw around him as well, which...
He's got a massive jaw.
Honestly, good jaw game is what you need for Batman as well.
Oh, poor Christian Bale.
The only mask that hid 90% of the jaw. But yeah, Tom Brittany, it was a name that I wasn't too familiar with myself. You've just looked him up. Anything that he's been in that you're familiar with?
I've never heard of anything that he's been in.
So, yeah, he's been in quite a few different things. Relatively... nothing massive and blockbuster, admittedly. So... he's been in a lot of British TV shows, admittedly. ITV's Grantchester, which ended in 2025. He's been on the BBC in Make Me Famous. He was in Back in Action. He's 35 as well, which, if you ask me, is a really good age for a Bruce Wayne Batman. Yeah, exactly. It's one of the things I liked about Ben Affleck's Batman, which... we kind of got a bit more of an older, grizzled Dark Knight who'd been around the block a little bit already. Dear God, do we not need another origin story?
There's so many alleys that his parents can get killed in.
Yeah. All that being said, with Ben Affleck being as old as he is, we kind of had no choice when his Batman was introduced. We kind of had a Batman who'd not only been around the block a bit, but was actually approaching the end of the career. So I think 35 is a good age. We don't get the origin story. We don't get young, inexperienced Batman, but we do still get a Batman who's got miles on the clock, but also has a decent amount of time left where we can still see him grow, as well as also using that experience.
Get a few more films out of him, basically.
Yeah. And again, like just looking at him, I can see a Bruce Wayne, 100%. And yeah, they can. I love that this is one of the criteria for a Batman strong jaw game. The man has it. So yeah, Tom Brittney looking like could be a good runner for a Bruce Wayne Batman for the DCU. He's one of only a few names that have been speculated, and again, when asked about it on Good Morning New York, was it, or Good Morning America? I've immediately lost track. Yeah, when asked about it, yeah, basically just said, no comment. Loving the rumours. But again, there's that no comment line. You know something. Or you're very hopeful.
If I speak, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, that's either if I speak, I'm in trouble, or I'm deliberately going to act like I'm really keen for it because people might, maybe he hasn't cast anyone yet and it could be me.
Yeah, he's not even started casting anyone.
James Gunn's just looking at the rumour mill waiting to see who people want. He goes, yeah, I'll have him.
Icons like, the fuck is this guy saying? Who's he?
So, got one more bit of news around DC as well. And you say you want to see more stuff with the villains. This perfect, admittedly, because Poison Ivy is reportedly getting her own DC series in the same universe as Robert Pattinson's The Batman. So this is not DCU, but it is giving some spotlights to different villains. Basically, you know what they did with the Penguin in Matt Reeves' The Batman universe with Colin Farrell? Basically that, but Poison Ivy. I'm curious how Poison Ivy works in the more gritty, grounded Robert Pattinson Batman universe.
People just go around stamping on her plants and she gets mad.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing as well. Like, do they do a more grounded version of Ivy where it's, you know, she's just a bit of a mad scientist who's very much a eco warrior as well, and like she uses
what's she called, Greta Thunberg. She's gonna end up playing it.
It's just Greta Thunberg's biopic. But do you do the gritty version where again it's essentially a normal but unhinged person who's like, you know, growing, you know, genetically engineered plants and like using chemicals and biological warfare? Or do you go full comic book Ivy with the green skin and the actual ability to control plants and the pheromones and all that?
I think we need that on the big screen.
I mean, I would very much. I mean, we've had a few Harley Quinn movies, and honestly, the one thing I'm actually sad to see go is Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. I think that's regardless of quality of films, up and down a little bit, but as a character and as casting, spot on. I can't see anyone doing it better. Like, she's Harley Quinn in the same way that Hugh Jackman is Wolverine for me. It's going to take a lot to replace that. I mean, we less said about Gal Gadot the better, but
yeah, I won't call her Harley Quinn.
No, well, it's all right. We don't have to call Joaquin Joker, as it turns out now.
Well, yeah.
But I would love to see a proper Harley and Ivy live action interaction. Like, I think Harley and the Joker has been done to death in a lot of ways, and weirdly, never done properly on screen, because, you know, the first time we have Harley on screen is Suicide Squad, where she's, you know, Jared Leto's Joker gets edited out 90% of the film.
He's in the trailer more than he is the film.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen the deleted scenes. It's not brilliant, but I feel like, you know, you sold this on the Joker. Why is the Joker not in this more?
Use the Joker's name to sell the tickets.
And then by the second Harley Quinn film, they're already broken up. So, yeah, although we've never really seen Harley and Joker on screen, in every other media, it's been done to death.
Yeah.
And actually, I really want to see Harley and Ivy properly explored. There's been like a couple of episodes of the Batman animated series, and obviously there are a couple in the Harley Quinn animated comedy series. But that's kind of it. That's kind of all we've had outside of the comic book page.
There's a couple of interactions in the Arkham games as well, but not enough for it to be like. It's literally like one box past the other talking to them or releases them from a cell or something. Not anything.
Yeah,
great.
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't actually lean on like their relationship at all.
No.
And we don't count Suicide Squad kill the Justice League. We don't talk about it.
I never played it. I
You
tried
didn't miss much.
the Gotham Knights game, and again, I just thought it was naff.
It's again its biggest problem is that it's going to get compared to the Batman Arkham games.
It tried to be like that, but without using Batman. That's what the problem was.
Yeah, I don't mind Gotham Knights, but if you've played Arkham Knight or anything like that recently and then jump to Gotham Knights, night and day. It doesn't hold up at all. On its own, it's fine. Suicide Squad, though,
Is it bad?
It is as bad a video game in that universe. Now, keep in mind, Gotham Knights is not part of the Rocksteady universe, but Suicide Squad is. It's even more damning that Suicide Squad is as bad as it is. You can at least say with Gotham Knights, it's just guilty by association, but it wasn't made by Rocksteady. Did I say Rockstar earlier? I think I might have said Rockstar. It's not.
No,
it wasn't made by
Rocksteady,
Rocksteady.
mate, you're good.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, Gotham Knights wasn't made by Rocksteady. It's kind of just guilty by association of people want it to be like Arkham, and it's not. And it's enough like Arkham that you can compare. Yeah, Suicide Squad was made by Rocksteady. And it is in the Batman Arkham universe, and it is damning how bad it is. It is as bad a movie in that universe is as the original Suicide Squad movie is for the DCEU.
Wow.
And I feel like I'm giving the DCEU too much credit by comparing it to the Batman Arkham series.
Yeah, that is a pretty.
Yeah, it's really
comparison.
bad. It's really bad. The gameplay's terrible. It's one of those ones that relies on you basically being always online as well and charges you out of every orifice with microtransactions.
I hate games like that.
And don't get me wrong, like the characters, the core Suicide Squad characters are written quite well.
Yeah.
You know, Boomerang, Deadshot, King Shark, and Harley Quinn actually written quite well. Their interactions are quite good. That is the only saving grace in this film. There's a lot of things to hate about it. They bring Poison Ivy back, even though she died at the end of Arkham Knight.
Yeah,
They bring her back. They basically, she grew from a spore again, and they have her interact with Harley. And this is again one of the rare interactions you have with Harley and Ivy. But because Ivy's grown again from scratch, she's a child in the Suicide Squad movie, Suicide Squad game. So it's like 10-year-old Ivy talking to fully grown Harley. It's weird.
Yeah.
They also, and this is the thing that no one will ever forgive them for, they bring back Kevin Conroy's Batman. It is his last video game voiceover. And it's Batman utilizing Scarecrow's fear toxin. There's a whole boss fight about against him. And keep in mind that they wear this on their sleeve. It's Kill the Justice League.
Yeah,
That's the name of this game. And so right, either there's going to be trying to kill the Justice League and then realizing that, there's a bigger villain here. Or they're actually going to commit to killing the Justice League and ending this universe. Because it's Batman, he's been brainwashed by Brainiac, basically.
Right, okay.
And yeah, big boss fight against Batman. And they do kill off Kevin Conroy's Batman in this game.
And the reason in the head or something.
They capture him, hands behind back, tied against a chair in a bench, and then there's a little bit of backwards and forwards, and Harley Quinn shoots him. And number one, if you are going to kill off Kevin Conroy's Batman from those Arkham games, no less,
Yeah.
how fucking dare you do that in such an unceremonious way?
Yeah.
Like, if he's going out, he decided to go out better. He deserved to go out better than that. And thing number two, even more brilliantly, is they backed out. They reveal later on in the game that actually these are clones of the Justice League. You're not actually killing the real Justice League.
Wow. What is the point?
They didn't even commit.
Imagine how like demoralising it is doing all that, and then it's not even stuck.
It's so bad. And again, like the whole thing with this Poison Ivy series, like I'm looking forward to it. I think the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson's Batman universe is good. I quite like this, leaning more heavily on like the detective element of Batman, which you don't always get. I quite like that.
Yeah, I do as well.
Colin Farrell's Penguin is awesome. I quite like the Penguin series, and again, I'm up for seeing more villain series in this universe. I just think that Poison Ivy is one of those characters. If you're going to do her, go full send with it. You know, green skin, manipulating plants, all of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You got to do that, because otherwise she's just a florist with mental health problems.
Exactly, and arguably she doesn't work if you try and do her more grounded. I mean, it can be done. Again, like I say, you just have her being, a mad scientist who's got a vendetta and an eco-warrior plan, but has gone off the deep end with it. You know, she's doing biological warfare and genetically engineering plants. You can do that, but like, it's arguably limits the character.
Yeah, she needs a bit of a supernatural element, does Ivy.
And again, if I'm going to see anything, I'd love to see a proper Harley Quinn Ivy series or movie, like proper live action one. I'd love to see that.
It's the equivalent of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 when the Rhino's just a guy in a suit.
Oh, don't.
That's what I mean. You need to give it like the proper treatment. You can't just do.
Yeah, Rhino is a walking steroid who is enhanced by the suit.
Yeah, like how he's in the Insomniac Spider-Man games. He's absolutely massive.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's not just a dude who looks weirdly like Calendar Man.
With some random accent and barbed wire tattoo on his head.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's the barbed wire tattoo around his head. It looks like the Arkhamverse Calendar Man. I can't unsee it. But yeah, again, I'm looking forward to this Poison Ivy series. I think it could be good. I mean, it's in the Matt Reeves universe. It's got the pedigree at this point. I just think I'd rather see her in the DCU rather than the Matt Reeves universe. If I had the choice.
Yeah.
Right, there's only really one other big bit of news from the last week. In fact, as I'm talking right now on Thursday the 16th, this story is 2 hours old. And I always forget are you a big Star Wars lover?
I fucking love Star Wars.
Yeah? So, I mean, we were we could talk till the cows come home in terms of the quality of the Star Wars movies. Depends what you're watching. But I know we were talking about it a little while ago, and I know you'd seen it all and liked some of it, but I don't know where you stand on like the Star Wars fandom of nerdiness on knowledge.
I know quite a fair bit. I've never read any of the books or any of the. There's a certain universe it's called, isn't there? Like whatever it was from back in the day.
There's the Legacy.
Legacy, whatever. Yeah.
Star Wars Legends or Legacy. Yeah, I think it's Legends. Actually, I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't really know much about any of that.
Yeah, which is basically everything before he sold it to Disney. Everything that Disney decided was non-canon.
Yeah. Yeah, it all got erased, so it was like kind of pointless.
Yeah, and admittedly, talk about when he sold it to Disney. When I said it really depends what you watch, depends on what you like and what you don't, and how good it is. I've got such a love-hate relationship with modern Star Wars, admittedly. I love, with a capital L, I love the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Yeah.
And I think that bringing Hayden Christensen back and seeing his interaction with Obi-Wan and seeing that actual coming to terms with everything as well, I think that was done so well. Ewan McGregor's awesome as Obi-Wan always. I thought that was done so well. If you were going to do like an in-between episodes 3 and 4 storyline, I think that was one of the best ones they've ever done. I'd stand by Rogue One being one of the best Star Wars movies I've ever seen. It's one of the few Star Wars movies I've ever seen where, keeping in mind, this was not a premiere, this was just a normal screening, people got up and clapped at the end of it. Even I was sitting there going, like, they're not here, right? And I rate it. I 100% rate it. But, and I always forget which series this is. Is it Andor? It might be Andor.
I started watching it, got 3 episodes in, and I was like, this is shit.
Well, there you go. I think it's Andor, and someone will very quickly correct me if I'm wrong, where it shows lightsaber kyber crystal bleeding taking place.
It might be the Acolyte.
Yes, it's the Acolyte, thank you. It is the Acolyte. I knew it was an A1.
To be fair, I actually quite like that series. I was gutted they didn't renew it.
So I have a big problem with this, and I'm not alone in this, which is if you know anything about the lore, like lightsaber kyber crystal bleeding, which for any non-Star Wars fans, obviously you get the blue and the green lightsabers, and then all the bad guys have the red lightsabers.
Yeah.
Basically, short version of events, you can't naturally get a red lightsaber. You basically do that by taking a blue or a green one and doing what they call bleeding it, where basically you channel so much dark energy into it, like it basically it breaks your own soul to do it, and it basically cracks and bleeds the kyber crystal and turns it red and corrupts it. That's that's why all the bad guy lightsabers are red, because they've corrupted their blade and poured so much of their hatred into it.
Don't just put a red filter on it.
Yeah, it's a real like process that takes as much out of the person who does it as it does almost breaking the crystal.
Put a cost in it.
Yeah, and I think it is the Acolyte. In the Acolyte, she gets a little bit annoyed and draws her blue lightsaber whilst going and it turns red. I'm like, that's not how you bleed it.
It's the fact you can
if just getting a bit angry. Just getting a little bit angry is enough to turn your lightsaber red, then Anakin would not have to have slaughtered a bunch of younglings to turn to the dark side.
Yeah, exactly. It'd have been red as soon as he touched the lightsaber.
And that's... Oh, I have such a love-hate relationship with Disney because of that. For every amazing Star Wars thing they do another thing where they basically wipe their ass with the canon. And
yeah, it's like they have to make something good.
Oh, yeah, please just... Oh, it's like, again, the Star Wars sequels. Like, I like Rey as a character.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about, like, oh, her parents are nobodies, her parents are just junkers. And she then... Though. Yeah, and then, like, her parents are absolute nobodies. Like, she develops her force powers and forges an identity around all of that. And it's that idea of, like, it shows like anyone can have the potential. And then, just cause, she's going to be related to Palpatine. Why not?
Yeah.
Hello, Grandad.
But the fact they even brought him back was stupid.
Oh, somehow he returned. And then at the end, what's your name? Rey Skywalker. Just let it die. Like,
yeah.
Not everything has to be connected.
So the Skywalkers.
Just in general, not everyone has to know everyone.
You know what, right? I don't think it ever gets explained on screen. What happened to Jar Jar Binks?
Do you know what? I'll take a Jar Jar Binks series at this point. Bring it on.
Did you see? Did you watch the Acolyte when there's like Darth Plagueis just like peering around the corner at them as well? Don't. He's just like some like alien looking thing, just like looks around the corner and it's just like, yep, that's Darth Plagueis.
Oh, I mean, honestly, the only thing that's keeping my fandom with Star Wars going at the moment is Sam. Is it Sam Witwer? Who's basically he played the young apprentice Star Killer Galen Marek in the Force Unleashed video games.
Yeah.
But since then, he's been a lot of the voices in a lot of the animated Star Wars. Specifically, he's the voice of Darth Maul at the moment. And if you see that man in interviews, his passion for the lore...
they need to give him control of creativity and...
Yeah. Honestly, I see that man in interviews and go, that's why I'm a Star Wars fan. And then I see, oh, I'm a bit sad, my lightsaber's turned red, and then I want to go watch anything else. But
you know what annoys me about some franchises and people that are actors in them and actresses? Like, you get like Sam Witwer, who's like unbelievable die-hard Star Wars fan, and he's been obviously in Star Wars and he's buzzing and he wants to do as much as possible. Then you get someone like Gwyneth Paltrow who's in the Marvel stuff, and someone asks her a question, she's like, "Wait, I was in a film with Tom Holland." Like how can you like cast these people in these such iconic, like important things, and then just be like, I don't even know who I'm in a film with here. I don't remember what happened in that one. Like, what are you talking about, you dickhead? You literally paid stupid money to do it for a start.
Yeah, it's the people who get cast in a movie and they don't even know the characters in the movie that they're in.
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot, my favourite one, admittedly, an example of this is like the first Thor movie. Now, of course, a lot of these guys ended up becoming integral to the MCU and ended up becoming big comic book and superhero fans after the fact. But in the first Thor movie, a lot of them had just been cast, basically.
Yeah.
And it's that question of, what's the name of Thor's hammer?
Oh, yeah.
And
We would call it Meow Meow or something, didn't they?
Meow Meow, Majolna. It's like, and it's like, there's people who, like, they know the name, but they can't pronounce it because they've never had to say it out loud. And then there's the people who, like you see some people who have no idea. Literally no.
Yeah, when people are getting asked about the current film that they're doing press for and they don't even know the basic answers to stuff, like, it's like, come on.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the reason I'm even mentioning Star Wars in the first place is because, George Lucas cannot leave well enough alone. I mean, this man seems to make it his mission every so many years to basically say, what can I do to really trigger my fan base? So, obviously George Lucas is one of those guys who, I'm going to re-edit my movies and not just make them better and do better effects. I'm going to change things about them. And at the risk of doing a very well-worn argument, hand shot first. I would... No. But George Lucas, and keep in mind, Disney owns Star Wars now. George is only so involved nowadays.
Yeah.
So, George has weighed in on a particular debate as well. I mean, as triggering as a lot of Star Wars debates are, George has weighed in on a bigger debate. And that is the AI debate. Now, keep in mind, George Lucas was at the helm of like so many technological advances with the Star Wars movies. And keep in mind, he's a man who kept on re-releasing his movies with better effects and fixing things and making things better and some things worse. So, he spent his whole career chasing new tools and this, that and the other. And now, though, George has gone on record speaking in an interview with Rabbit's Foot while promoting the upcoming opening of the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art. George has shared his thoughts on artificial intelligence, and he said, and I quote, artificial intelligence means it's much easier for us to make movies. It's very much like sitting here saying, well, I believe the horse and the buggy is really where it's at. These cars, they break down, they need gas, there's all kinds of problems with them, and pretty soon they'll be making them into tanks, and then they'll be killing people. It's terrible. There's nothing you can do about it. That's progress. It's the future. He's argued that AI could actually become a tool for accountability rather than just content creation. He said, if you want AI that tells you that when something is fake and where it came from, AI can do that. Humans can't. We're not smart. The whole idea is you're a human being. You're responsible for what you say and what you do. And if you're doing something that's illegal, you should be punished for that. Whatever you do, you should be recognised. It's just like real life. I'm reading this word for word, and I don't even make 100% sense of what he's saying around AI.
I have no idea what anything you just said, mate.
He's just gone on a waffle around AI. But like reading between the lines, he's basically saying, AI is very much a useful tool for filmmakers and blah, blah, blah. As like, which is worrying because, if I wanted to AI a new alien for the new Star Wars movie, I could.
Yeah.
I could go on ChatGPT right now and get it to generate an image, generate a video if I didn't mind paying one of the memberships. I could get Grok to make that for me if I wanted to, and it would look actually pretty decent if I wanted it to. But... and it's the big but. It's the morals behind it. And I'm gonna stand here and throw my own hands up as a man who has very readily used AI on more than one occasion. I've asked AI to summarise things. I've asked AI to give me ideas on things. Yeah. I've used AI for placeholder assets when I'm trying to design something. I do a lot of visual graphic design, and as I'm midway through making something, I can't quite visualize or think of how I want something to look. I've AI'd something and gone, oh yeah, I like that idea, something like that, and then spent the effort to make it properly to replace that thing. But George's comments basically are, you shouldn't be scared of AI because it's basically like saying, oh, the car is as good as it gets. We don't ever need to improve on the car. And to say like, oh, you don't need AI. That's his argument, is saying that, oh, we should never be relying on AI because technology's gone too far is like saying we'd gone too far with the car. But again, on behalf of so many CGI artists and people who would want to work on the next Star Wars movie, for example.
Yeah.
When the creator of those movies is basically saying, "Oh yeah, AI is absolutely fine to use in filmmaking," he's saying it in like a lens, in like a particular context, where he's saying it's a good tool to be utilized to support with stuff, but it's a slippery slope. Like again, if like got someone that high up has basically said, "Oh, AI is fine," really, if I'm a visual effects artist, I'm tugging at the collar at the moment.
Yeah. Basically, he's going to use it to cut costs.
Yeah, that's the worrying thing again. Like, and for the record, by the way, I'm not going to be the guy who sits here and says that AI is always the devil. I think AI absolutely has its place. I've used it many times.
Used rightly, hasn't it?
Yeah, and like I say, a good inspiration giver, a good little time saver occasionally, a good little, create me some placeholder content to give me some visual idea of what I'm going for that I can replace later. Absolutely fine. If you're going to AI generate something and then give that something to an artist and say, "Here's what I'm thinking," something like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much a good way of using it. Not Star Wars Episode 10, AI takes over.
Absolutely. Or, one of those times where, like, you're short on time and there's something that you really need and you go, "Oh, screw it, I don't have the time to get a proper artist in for that one. I don't like doing it, but this will do for now." All of that, no worries. But the second you're becoming over-reliant on it and...
Yeah.
Using it when you had the option to get a proper artist in, it's always really worrying. And that's not what George is saying, but I think getting an endorsement in someone who's worded it so cryptically. I mean, I read that word for word, and I barely could make sense of half of what he was saying. I had to read it again to try and read between the lines.
Yeah, it should be like AI should be like a good resource to have, but it shouldn't be a first go-to.
Yeah, again, it's really worrying with someone who's like that high up in a very visual effects driven genre of films, let alone the industry overall. I think some people will read it, and especially when he's worded it so weirdly, so open to interpretation. There'll be people who read that.
On now, so that might just be his brain going as well.
But there will be people who read that and go, "Oh, well, if George has said it's fine."
George said it's fine. I'm going to go into work and sack everybody tomorrow and ask ChatGPT to run my business.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the long and the short as far as the big dork news is concerned. And I'll be honest, there's been quite a lot that popped up this week. I'll level with you. I did not think we would get an hour out of this. But
no, we've done all right on time, haven't we?
But yeah, again, a lot of stuff that I'm interested in. The DC updates, again, I'm looking forward to hopefully being an announcement sooner rather than later on who the new Batman's going to be. Maybe we'll get that before the Batman Part 2 finally drops in 2028. I'm looking forward to what's going to come from this Ivy movie in the Matt Reeves Batman universe. I am very curious how Loki is going to factor into Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a key character. And
again, the Nova movie as well that's coming. How that's going to be, whether it's going to be tied to Guardians, whether it's going to be its own thing. A lot of stuff I'm curious about. And honestly, George Lucas, please clarify your words because I'm worried. And
start taking your medication if you have any.
But on that note, that pretty much covers what has basically been a news roundup episode of Talks with Dorks. I said it's been a while since the two of us have done a good old geek out, and we went hard on it today.
We even threw some World Cup stuff in there.
I know. God, we're talking about football on a dork podcast. What's wrong with us? I think I need to lie down.
We're all over the sports now.
Right. Thanks very much, of course, and as per usual, all the different ways in which you can keep in contact with us here at Talks with Dorks. Follow us on the socials. We are at Talk Dork Podcast. If you're a fan of the wrestling, we kept that side of things light today. We have our own wrestling promotion, TDW. You can follow us at Talk Dork Wrestling. And our next show, ticket link, will be in the description. Next show is in October if you want to get tickets for that one in Basildon. Also, if you want to get your cards graded, if you are a card collector, Tree Frog Grading, link in the description as well. Use the promo code TWD15 15, or is it DWD10? I always forget. It'll be in the description to get a percentage off your card grading with Tree Frog grading as well. And of course, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TalkDorkPodcast, where you can see all additional exclusive content, including all of our recordings of our wrestling shows, and something that might be up there by now. If not, it's going to be dropping very soon, which is a little video from happier times when me, Laferde, and he who shall not be named got down and had a chance to talk proper Power Ranger stuff and rank in a proper tier list all of the additional special 6th Rangers in all of the different Power Ranger series. So starting off with, Tommy's Green Ranger and, going from there. And, as you can imagine, some passionate discussions were had around that one. But anyway, that's all on the Patreon. Patreon.com/TalkDorkPodcast. Go check that out. And in the meantime, I've been Kurt. That's the first. See you later.
See you later. Do you like trees? Do you like cards? Do you like frogs? What about all three together? Because Ryan has got the place for you. Tell him, Ryan.
How is this you doing a promo for Tree Frog Grading, our partner that grades cards and then gives us a discount code? That was just you throwing it over to me.
Yeah, it's called delegation.
It's called you having this information in front of you for 2 years and never paying attention to it. That's what that is.
Yeah, is it on Braille on my screen? No, it's not.
Good point. Tree Frog Grading is a partner we've had for 2 years now, and you can still get your cards graded and use the code TWD15 for 15% off. That's treefroggrading.com. And don't forget, if they've got any other promotion running on the website, you can add our code on top of that to save yourself even more money. Laferde, it's as easy as that. Get your cards graded. Get your cards graded at a discounted price with the code TWD15, treefroggrading.com.
Ribbit.
Laferde, this is how you do a promo. You ready?
Well, when's someone going to turn up to show me how to do it?
Wow. I'll show you how to do it. Our friend JC has got his very own clothing range. It's called Graffiti Washed. Laferde, you remember JC, don't you, when he came on the podcast?
I do, because we got a few messages and I thought, who is this guy?
Yeah, well, JC came on the podcast and he told us all about his clothing range, Graffiti Washed. And with us, you can get 30% off by using the code TalksWithDorks30. Go check out his clothing range. It's fun, it's funky. Some people call it controversial. As long as you're talking about it, as long as you're buying it, and as long as you're wearing it. Graffiti Wash, Talks with Dorks 30 for 30% off. See? Easy as that, mate.
Speaking of controversial, it means you might be able to get some of your own clothes instead of wearing everyone else's.
Fair point. You've watched back any of our TDW shows recently?
Watched them back? I've done nothing but. I'm the guy editing all of them.
No, where would we find it? YouTube or...
Oh. Again, mate, you're part of this podcast. How do you not know that we have a Patreon page? You've got content on there that you made.
Yeah, but I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't see what I was doing.
It always goes back to the site. Kurt, you're quite good with this. Why don't you give Laferde the little rundown on how, where, and what is available on offer for him to get our Patreon page?
Kurt, do it in your announcer voice.
It is easy to find, even if you're visually challenged. And yes, I will do it in the announcer voice.
Get in.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that Talks with Dorks has its own Patreon page where you can find exclusive content recorded by our very own man who doesn't have a single clue what he's doing, the one and only Laferde. You can also see all of TDW's full wrestling events in all of their glory as they happen live, with exclusive match commentary and behind the scenes and backstage interviews as well, plus a whole heap more besides. That is all available on the Talks with Dorks Patreon, patreon.com/TalkDorkPodcast.
See, Laferde, if you could, you've been around for 2 years and you still can't make an effort like that at all.
Well, if I was a goose, I'd have bumps right now. Just hearing Kurt with that announcer voice is just worth pissing you off every week.
Really? And did you know, Laferde, that you don't even have to pay for the first month? We have got a link that will be down below that you can get the first month free.
It means at the bottom of the video, not Australia.
What did I say?
Down below.
That's down under.
Not up here, it's not.
Fair enough.
Please subscribe, we need the money.
Find us at patreon.com/TalkDorkPodcast. 1 month free if you click the link below.